think that we're good to go. What's going on, everyone?
Hello there.
Who we got in this chat today? We got Darth Kyred says, just came on to say hi. I'm leaving because she is still on staff.
Lol.
Hello, Christmas Monkey. What's going on?
What's up? Not too much, honestly. We're just pretty excited about the new news that Star Wars just dropped, so we thought we would try and do a live stream and maybe talk about it a little bit with you guys.
I'm a big fan. Thank you. What's going on? Well, we just got huge news. That's what's going on. Hello there. Yeah. I wonder what it's going to be. Well, that's what we came here to talk about. Let's just see who we got in here.
Hi guys, how are you doing? We're doing good.
All
We're
right,
doing really good, actually, considering the new news that Star Wars just dropped. I don't know if anybody else had the chance to see it other than us.
yeah. Let's go straight into this. How about that? How about we just go right onto the page? Okay, so Star Wars just announced. This is fresh. This is fresh news, guys.
Oh yeah.
Let's scroll down here. So they did announce Willow, which is surprising because Willow is actually, I think, not a Star Wars related.
No, I think it's like
series.
Lucasfilm. It's kind of like Indiana Jones, but not, I guess. So I guess they're making a TV series on it, which is pretty cool. It was a movie from the 80s, I believe. So
Yeah. I know it said Warwick Davis, and everyone's like, oh my god, is it Andor? But I don't think so, because we started looking it up. I guess Warwick Davis starred in like the 1988 movie for Willow. That actually the story was written by George Lucas, so that's pretty cool. They announced a droid story. So this epic journey will introduce us to a new hero guided by R2-D2 and C-3PO. So I mean that's gonna be pretty cool, I think.
And that's an animation one again, hey?
Yeah, I think that one's animation.
Sweet.
For sure. This one actually sounded really cool to me. The Acolyte. So it's supposed to actually take place near the end of the High Republic.
Cool.
What is it? Era. So my thoughts is it's gonna kind of go into how like Palpatine came into power and stuff like that. At least that's what I kind of think, which would be really cool. So yeah, let's read that. The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic.
Nice.
So really hoping that Palpatine is going to be shown in there, maybe even some Darth Maul, you know. We also got a Lando Calrissian series.
That's awesome.
That is too cool. So Lando Calrissian obviously will return as Lando in a brand new series. So I am super pumped for this.
Yo, do you think it will have what was it, Childish Gambino?
Yeah,
As Lando?
yeah. I think Childish Gambino is going to take place of Lando. Like he was probably one of the coolest things about
Solo.
So,
Totally.
I mean, he did a stellar job. I'm looking real forward to that. What else do we got here? Okay, so we have Star Wars Visions. So original series of animated short films celebrates Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime creators. Now, Visions sounds like really interesting. Like
It combines like two of my favorite things of anime and Star Wars together in one.
Yeah, like I'm super pumped for this. What's going on in the comments? Let's see. I like the Fett mask. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's pretty dope, not gonna lie. Have you guys seen the original trilogy? I've only seen Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and Revenge of the Sith. Oh yeah, you gotta watch original trilogy.
I can honestly say I think I've seen the original trilogy probably at least 20 times.
Yeah, too good. I'm a huge fan. I have the helmet. Yeah, we just picked these up so we could do cool live streams like these. So, you know, we can actually show ourselves on camera a bit. You know, not face reveal just yet, but you know, it's something. But yeah, Vision sounds like it's gonna be really cool, and that one's coming to us next year. So
I wonder if that one has is gonna be anything to like have Dave Filoni on it as well, because he did Avatar, which was kind of like It was anime, but it was like American anime, I guess. So
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be really cool if I'm sure he's gonna have a hand in everything Star Wars these days.
probably.
One that we kind of already knew, which was the Bad Batch. We know that one's been slated to come out this, I think this March, if I'm
Yeah, I think
not
it's in
mistaken.
the spring for sure.
So I mean, that's really cool. Like we're just gonna basically get the second part of Clone Wars here, which will be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the Bad Batch? That's coming out in a few short months here, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's coming up quick.
Yeah, let's move. Well, let's get on to the big subject
Oh.
of this right here. Hayden Christensen returns as Darth Vader, joining Ewan McGregor and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like this is probably, for me, this is the biggest news that I saw today.
That is crazy.
like,
I literally can't
confirmation.
believe that.
Straight from Star Wars Twitter. You can't ignore this, guys. You can't ignore this.
Literally, it's so exciting. Like, I can't believe that. Not only do we get, like, Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan, which was, like, such good news, but now we also get Hayden Christensen. Like,
Yeah, like he's gonna do such a good job. Oh, I can't even wait. I don't even I don't know.
it's
I'm pumped.
interesting, too, because didn't he, like, stop acting?
Yeah, he
became
did
like
stop. He did stop acting for a bit. He started doing architecture, and then he sort of was starting to get back into it. So, yeah, I'm super pumped. This is gonna be huge for the Star Wars community now that Hayden's back. Catherine says, "What?"
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So this is official confirmation. Star Wars has finally come out and said it. I know it's kind of been speculated. Oh, I think he's gonna return. I think he's been casted. But yeah, now it's official. You guys can see it right there. Hayden Christensen.
Ewan and Hayden are coming back to answer that question.
Yeah.
Coming back together. I honestly think the Obi-Wan series might be one of, like, the series I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, that one's I'm super pumped for that. I believe we think we're supposed to be getting that early 2022.
I think so.
So in just a little over a year, we should be getting that series. I think they made it a little bit shorter because COVID kind of shut down their production. So we're looking at, I think they said like 6 episodes, maybe, instead of a full 8.
Okay.
Like the Mandalorian series. But I mean, come on, like I'll take 6. I'll take 1 episode. You know what I mean? Like Hayden and Ewan guys. Like,
I can't even believe that. It's so cool.
who agrees that Star Wars Rebels suck and Star Wars The Clone Wars was awkward? I mean, I don't know. I like both series.
I did too.
Clone Wars was sweet because they just killed everyone. They didn't care, savagely. Rebels was a little bit more Disneyfied, but it's cool. They're cool stories. I don't know. But I mean, each your own, right? So
I just really liked Clone Wars because it just gave you so much, like, background to what was really going on behind the scenes of, like, the prequel trilogy, which was, like, if you watch the actual movies, it's just like there's so much that happens that it's hard to kind of understand. But if you watch the Clone Wars, it just makes it so much more clear.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'm still just like, I can't get over this Obi-Wan. Like, look at this. Look at that magical Obi-Wan.
I know, the way it just, like, blows away. It's so cool.
So it's going to take place 10 years after the dramatic events of the Revenge of the Sith. So we're going to see some real cool stuff. Maybe a young Luke Skywalker,
Yo, I wonder how they're gonna do Obi, because there's, like, their long-standing joke that, like, he didn't age well on Tatooine. So I'm really wondering if they're gonna make him, like, middle ground old man to try and, like, make up for that discrepancy.
I mean, it's only supposed to be 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So, I mean, I think as he sits right now, I mean, that's going to be even more than 10 years than when he filmed it.
Totally.
It might make him look a little bit older, like maybe he's a bit weathered in that, but
Maybe, yeah.
I'm also thinking, yeah, like someone just said Maul. So I think, yeah, we're going to get Maul too in that. Because we do see the Maul Obi-Wan, or should I say Ben Kenobi, in Rebels. So, I mean, there's a chance that we could see a recreation of that. So
I actually think I read something earlier today saying that he was going to appear in a bunch of these, like, spin-off shows. So I don't know where I read that, and now I'm thinking about it again, and it just, like, it's all coming together with this huge announcement.
yeah, I mean, they're just opening up the doors. Like, this is just the floodgates. Like, there's Ahsoka can now come back in the Obi-Wan series if she wants. She can show up there. We got other shows too. We got Andor, which I was actually pretty I was pretty looking forward to this one. I've heard about this one probably for the past year or so.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't think it was. I was like, oh, maybe that's not going to be an actual thing because like the actor's going to be a lot older, but he's going to be playing himself a little bit younger. But it's going to work.
Diego Luna.
Yeah, there he is right there. But yeah, I'm super pumped for this. Also 2022.
Yeah, I really liked his character in Rogue One, so it'll be good to get some like behind the scenes looks at his life before we see him in that movie.
Yeah, I know, and I somehow think that they're just gonna intertwine all these shows together. Like Andor is probably gonna take place like maybe even around the same timeline as Obi-Wan series. So maybe he'll just show up in the background or
Can you
or vice
imagine?
versa.
That'd be
Maybe
crazy.
Obi-Wan will show up in hit. Like you never know.
Yeah.
They can do anything they really want, right? Let's see. What else do we got here?
Oh, this one is the
Oh, yeah.
biggest, most important one for me. The Ahsoka, Ahsoka spin-off series.
Yeah, this one's starring Rosario Dawson, same same actress as in The Mandalorian. So it's also going to be set within the timeline of The Mandalorian. So I think everyone was kind of like, oh, are we ever actually going to see Ahsoka again? Based on like she just shows up in that one episode and now she's going away. But I don't know. I think that she's gonna show herself back and forth. Like she's gonna obviously be in this Ahsoka series, but then
Do you think it will like cover her search for Thrawn and Ezra?
I think so. I think that's what everyone's kind of speculating is that this is gonna be her search because
That'd
she
be
was like,
pretty
"Where's
cool.
Thrawn?" So I think everyone's like, "Oh, is this part of the Mandalorian?" I think this is all part of the spin-off series, right?
Totally, because it was like really building it up. Like there was going to be a lot happening in this like one show with all these like big name drops within like a couple of episodes. But it makes a lot of sense to that she's just going to get her own complete spin-off.
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to this one. Like, oh, that logo looks dope. I'm just gonna put that out there. Another spin-off series that we got in the works is Rangers of the New Republic, and this one is supposed to be like the Cara Dune spin-off is basically kind of how they pegged it because she's like, oh, like the guy in that one episode is like, oh, you should join the Rangers and blah blah blah. So I think she's gonna get more screen time now with this, and also kind of go back and forth between the Mandalorian shows and vice versa, right? So now we have two spin-offs that are also going to be at the same time as Mandalorian. Like we're just gonna have 3 different shows.
That's so awesome.
I honestly don't. And if they're making these multiple series, are we just like never gonna stop with Star Wars? Like, are we just gonna have oh, Mandalorian's finished? Okay, now the next Star Wars series is starting.
Just consistent content. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Or are we gonna get are we gonna get all of them at once? We're gonna get like three episodes every Friday.
Totally. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty great though. I guess I thought 2021 was going to be like the best year for Star Wars yet, but honestly, it's starting to sound like 2022 might take the cake. Like.
Yeah, and we also have like the Taika Waititi movie coming. Like we're gonna have so much Star Wars coming out, guys.
Definitely.
Like,
I was also laughing at this one when I saw this Rangers of the New Republic. I was like, oh no, poor Dave Filoni is gonna have to reprise his role as the board. Like,
oh my
New
god!
Republic pilot.
I actually am on board with that. If they make the main character Dave Filoni, let's do that. I don't need any other content. Just that is perfect. What do you guys think? What is your favorite new series announced? I'm pretty sure we got through all of them. Hey.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah.
There was a lot to get.
I know
through.
there was like 9 series that were being announced, pretty much, right? So, what about you guys? What's your favorite?
Which one are you guys looking forward to the most? I personally think that of all of them announced, I'm looking forward to the Obi-Wan series and the Ahsoka series the most.
Yeah, definitely Obi-Wan. Like we already knew Obi-Wan was coming, right? Everyone kind of knew that, but now that we got confirmation that Hayden Christensen's in there and potential Maul's in there, like this series is gonna be so cool.
Totally.
That one's topping my list right now, and Ahsoka's really cool. I know that the Ahsoka series and the Rangers of the New Republic are also being spearheaded by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, so those are going to be good.
Of course. And they're just going to like cross over with Mando, which is pretty cool. I don't know, I just think that like crossovers in series is like, it just takes so much planning. It's just like so intricate, so it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. What is everyone saying? Fabcar says Ahsoka.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cool. Rosario Dawson looked so awesome as
Catherine
Ahsoka.
says the Obi-Wan and maybe the High Republic round one sounds exciting. Yeah, because the Acolyte is really intriguing. Like it's gonna be dark side. There's gonna be probably more than one Sith character going on. It's gonna show some dark sided stuff. Like that's really cool. That's one thing we never really get. We always get the hero side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that would be really cool if we get to see the dark side storytelling or perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Richie Gonzalez says, I think I'm looking forward to the Ahsoka.
Yeah, I honestly, it's like Obi-Wan and Ahsoka are both in my top 3 favorite characters. So the fact that now each of them are getting their own spin-offs, I'm like, this is amazing.
What a time to be alive, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You should check out a strange movie called The Empire. I don't know what it is. I searched it up and it's on YouTube. It's very strange. Well, yeah, we'll have to check that out. A fan film, I'm assuming, maybe. I'm not keen on all of them. They should focus on the Old Republic era. Oh. See, but that's the thing is I believe Taika Waititi's movie, I wholeheartedly want to believe that that's going to be focused on the Old Republic.
Probably.
So, you know, I'm okay with that too. I'm okay if Taika Waititi makes, you know, a KOTOR movie and then it does so well because we all love KOTOR that it gets made into a sweet trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. You know? I'm not going to complain. Let's see. Brian Cromwell says, I guess the Rangers one, since I don't have the same curiosity from the known characters as I do some new ones. I'd love to see new and intriguing characters like with Mando. Yeah, I mean, the Rangers one definitely sounds really cool. I mean, I'm down with Dave Filoni being that Ranger.
Oh my god, that would be too funny. I just can't. Like,
you know, they should throw Jon Favreau in there too. Like he can be a Ranger. Like, oh man. Fabcar, Ahsoka, I love her.
Oh, I know.
Catherine, yo, give me them Siths, right? I'm looking for the Rogue Squadron and the Rangers show. Yeah, like what was that? That first, it was right up at the top. Let's see that.
Mm-hmm.
Not Willow. Oh, was it further up? Yeah. Patty Jenkins. Yeah, I did. Is this gonna be I couldn't really tell based on this on this trailer. It's like real world, you know.
It also says right below this, a brand new Star Wars feature with acclaimed filmmaker Taika Waititi is in development.
Yeah.
Just confirming that.
Yeah. Like I didn't know they had what is this hatchback? I didn't know they had hatchbacks in Star Wars.
No. I didn't either.
Yeah, so let's just skip ahead.
Until now.
Well, we got a new streamer on board, our cat, which knows tons about Star Wars. Yeah, and then it says Star Wars Rogue Squadron. So I'm really wondering what that one is about. Do you guys know what that one's about at all?
I have no idea. It's like there's just so many things dropped that I didn't even get a chance to like research them all before we started this stream.
Noob says, on Canadian Tire it said get your baby Yoda here. Nice. I mean, we got ours from Build-A-Bear.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Canadian Tire is probably also a good place. If you live in Canada, obviously.
He's pretty cute too.
I liked Ahsoka in the Clone Wars, but I'm worried with how they're going to portray her in the show. Yeah, that's a legitimate concern, right? We don't know how they're going to portray her. I think Rosario Dawson did a really good job in the one episode, and I think because Dave Filoni created Ahsoka and he's the showrunner for that series, I think that he's gonna do a good job with it. I hope. He hasn't let us down yet, right?
I also think it's interesting because Ahsoka at the point of The Mandalorian is just so different from how she was in like the Clone Wars, you know, after everything she like went through.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that Rosario Dawson did a pretty good job.
Yeah. No, it's like you see how her character changes throughout, you know, from Clone Wars, even from the beginning to the end of Clone Wars is huge. huge changes. And then you see her in Rebels, and now we see her in Mandalorian. So let's see.
Who else loves Ahsoka?
Leia's Lair, a Star Wars story, only streaming on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Can't say we'd have the most interesting story, but hey.
Yeah, it'd just be us streaming from our living room right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys should play Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yeah, I have played that before. It's pretty sweet. Actually, yeah, we just got a bunch of streaming stuff, so that is a realistic possibility.
Yeah, we're just in the process of figuring out how it all works.
Yeah, so I was actually spending like an hour or so today trying to get that all set up, so that we could stream, and then all this news kind of dropped. So then we're like, you know what, screw the video game live stream. We just got to go on and talk about this with you guys.
Totally.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm super pumped. Like, we have so much Star Wars to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Mandalorian has really been this catalyst that's been able to take off, and Disney's now like, you know what? Maybe we didn't do the best with the movies, but everyone's loving these shows. Let's pump out those shows. And I don't know. I kind of like, shows are nice. You know, once a week we can start watching something. It gives you something to look forward to every week. So,
I also just like wholeheartedly think that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau just like live and breathe Star Wars. So it's like there couldn't be two better people.
Yeah.
To be making these series, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And they just have such respect for George Lucas and the world that he created, so...
Yeah. No, they definitely got it right, especially Dave Filoni. Like, he understands how George Lucas' vision was, and Jon Favreau's a fantastic filmmaker, so, you know, they can't do any wrong. They should create a trilogy on the first Mandalorian Jedi, and even the war between the Jedi and the Mandalorian. Yeah, that would be sweet. I mean, that's also a cool possibility for Taika Waititi's film.
Tari Vizsla?
Yeah, make one on Tari Vizsla. That'd be
and
sweet.
how he created the dark saber.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah, you know, anything Old Republic or even older would be sweet. I'm down with that. Noob says, make sure to sub right now. If you aren't subbed, you probably wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think most people in here right now are probably subbed. But if you're not, sub. Well, yeah. What about you guys? You guys have any other ones you're looking forward to? Like, what other ones were really cool in here?
The anime one.
Like the Lando one is gonna be sweet.
The anime one too.
And the anime one, yeah.
Visions.
Very cool.
Like, I'm wondering when they say short films, like what does it say like what era those are supposed to be in, or is it just in the galaxy?
No, it just says celebrates the Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime creators.
Like, who do you think that is? Do you think it's like Studio Ghibli? That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, the newest one we get is Bad Batch, so that's sweet. We have some Star Wars coming. And then I was thinking that there's supposed to be like the sequel to Rebels was supposed to come out.
I thought I heard that too.
In the summer, but I don't see anything about the Rebels sequel. So
maybe that's what they mean by Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But then it won't be coming out in the summer.
Okay, see, okay, I think that Willow one is based on the story by George Lucas, that then 1988 film. Because even Star Wars is posting up Lucasfilm in partnership. So they're talking about different movies here. So, I mean, everyone was like, Willow, oh my god, you know, this is going to be Andor, but, yeah. 1988 film. I think it's gonna be remade into a series with Warwick Davis, who was in that. So
I think he's been in like most Star Wars movies, which is pretty cool.
Quick question: which is your favorite Star Wars game? My favorite Star Wars game is gonna have to be KOTOR. I think that one was sweet, and the original Battlefronts were sweet too.
I also really liked Jedi Fallen Order. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah. Jedi Fallen Order is a really well-made one. We actually ended up getting both of the Force Unleashed games, so we're going to have to stream some of those, because those are kind of similar, right? Same sort of setup. You're running around with your lightsabers.
What do you guys think about the rumor that it could be Cal Kestis who answers the child's call? Speaking of Star Wars Fallen Order, I thought that was a pretty cool theory. I'm not gonna lie.
Brian Cromwell, I'm nervous they're going to overload the market. That is something that they could do. You know, they think, oh, this is working, let's pump them out, and then maybe it's going to be too much.
I think that's a bit of a worry, but I also think that they can space them out, and I also think that the Star Wars galaxy is just enormous. There's just like so many things going on at all times that it's like there can be so many completely unrelated stories happening at any given moment. So
yeah, I think there can be space for all of them as long as they're well thought out and done. Like the Mandalorian's really well thought out and done by the right people. So I think as long as they have that, I think that all these series should be okay. Yeah. What else we got? What is your favorite Star Wars movie? I really like Return of the Jedi was sweet. I'm an Empire Strikes Back guy myself.
me too.
But yeah, those three movies are top three. So
The originals, yeah, they were so good.
Yeah. Noob and the boys. I'm gonna get so much crud for this, but maybe Rogue One. Nah, you're not gonna get crud. Not from us, anyways. We really liked Rogue One, actually. Out of all the Disney movies that were made, like during
It's the
during
best.
these last like 5 years.
Yeah,
or so.
it's the best one for sure.
Yeah, I would say that's the best one. Everything was uninspected about it. You know, it had no natural tendencies that all the Star Wars movies usually do. They always got to end on a positive note, which it kind of did. But at the same time, every character you saw in that movie dead, which you kind of also knew was gonna come because it's not like they survived the attack. But yeah, no, I mean that's a really cool way to end it. Yeah, Rogue One was really sweet though, and the way that they took out a lot of the old footage, like a lot of those pilot scenes. They just taken the old footage from episode 4, those pilots, and then thrown them in. It's really cool when you start picking them out. I like Solo: A Star Wars Story. Solo was a fun movie for sure. Yeah, it was really cool to see Darth Maul at the end.
That was probably my favorite part of the whole movie.
Yeah, I can't wait until tomorrow to get Disney Plus.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's been Disney Plus hasn't been too bad especially for Star Wars. I like Rise of Skywalker myself. Yeah, see, we still have to see if time has helped. We haven't watched it since
You saw it in theaters?
since we saw it in theaters. To be honest, yeah, and it's not just because I think it was just really long. So
There's just so much that happened. It was hard to get my mind around it.
Yeah, I really want to rewatch it though. We've been kind of meaning to, just to see, if our impression of it has gotten better or worse. They did a great job with tying things and then just getting rid of everything. Yeah, exactly. How do you feel about the High Republic Sith series? Oh, that one really intrigued me. The Acolyte. Yeah, that one's gonna be interesting. Like I was saying before, we never really see anything from straight from the dark side.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. It's always about like people doing good.
Yeah, it's always about the Jedi. It's always so I don't know. I think there's a really cool factor in there.
Definitely.
Apprentice Ewok says, "Hey there, what's going on?
Hello there."
Wash your hands. Yeah, gotta wash your hands. Stay safe, everyone." Red Leader says, "How are you guys? We're doing great, especially now that we have like 20 new Star Wars things coming out."
Definitely can't complain about that. It's great news coming out today.
How's everyone doing in this chat? We're just leaving out on Willow, which is not even in Ford versus Ferrari. None of these things are actually Star Wars, but yet they're posted on the Star Wars Twitter. So
Totally.
Go figure, right? Maybe we should start doing that. Star Wars channel, and then just start posting up random things. Look at that.
God, well, I can't even believe, I had no idea all these announcements were coming. I just feel like I've been so out of the loop the last little while.
Right. Just all these things announced. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Good, thanks. Just having my lunch. Oh, you having lunch? Yeah, it's like 6:20 for us, so
Yeah.
it's about dinner time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Doing all right? Just a little tired? Yeah. All right. Well, I think we might end the stream here, hey?
Sounds good.
You know, we just wanted to jump on and see how everyone was doing and share this wonderful news with all you and see all your thoughts. Let's switch back. We'll switch back to full video so you can see us.
We wanted to give the helmets a live stream introduction. They're pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This
Very
Darth
cool.
Vader one's very heavy though.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to see out of this one, but really well made. There's actually even like little cushions in the back for this one, which is really cool. You know, even has there's that dent right there.
Yeah.
So, very cool stuff.
Alright guys, well thanks so much for tuning in to our impromptu stream here.
Yeah, we're gonna try to jump on again soon. We got a new episode of Mandalorian coming out.
Woo!
So you better stay tuned for our review and all that. So yeah, and we'll probably do a review just like this. So.
Yeah, probably.
All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you again next time.
See you guys.